The blood is already boiling, and the passion continues. Hello everyone, welcome to Mamba's Starlight Stage. The 2025 NBA Draft will be held from June 25th to 26th, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. The lottery drawing ceremony on May 13th has ended. The Mavericks won the first overall pick, with an extremely low probability of 1.8%. The Spurs obtained the second pick, and the 76ers secured the third pick. This draft is full of talented people. Cooper Flagg from Duke University is the favorite for the first pick, and rookies like Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey are also highly anticipated. Chinese player Yang Hansen has entered the draft. He delivered a stunning performance in the combine, and multiple media outlets predict he will be selected in the late second round. When it comes to drafts, it reminds me of a class filled with top-tier talent, definitely the strongest in the league's nearly 20-year history. This class produced a scoring champion, an assist champion, a blocks champion, and a super triple-double king. The draft lineup is comparable to James' 2003 Golden Generation, and fans also call them the new Golden Generation. This draft class has produced a total of 5 All-Stars and 5 Quasi-All-Stars. With an astonishing success rate, this is also the draft class that has set the most records, and the one that will reshape the league's future, as future NBA champions, MVPs, and even the league's landscape could be rewritten by these rookies. This is the 2018 NBA draft class. On June 28, 2018, the draft officially began at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The first pick was made by the Phoenix Suns, a team that was in its lowest ebb in nearly a decade at the time. It was their third consecutive year finishing last in the Western Conference. The atmosphere in the team was gloomy, with no hope for the future in sight. Second, they had long failed to find a suitable team core. Whether it was the self-developed little Nash Goran Dragic, the traded and developed Eric Bledsoe, or Devin Booker, who peaked from the start and set a 70-point single-game record in his sophomore year, a natural-born superstar who seemingly needed no development, none of them could lead the team to outstanding results in the league. Reflecting on the reasons, the management realized there was only one cause for this dilemma. There were many guards, but no capable interior players. Both Tyson Chandler and TJ Warren in the roster at the time were players with obvious weaknesses, extremely incompatible with the team. Considering all these factors, they decided to use their first overall pick on the star interior player DeAndre Ayton from the University of Arizona. Ayton stands at 2.13 meters and averaged a double-double of 20 points and 11 rebounds per game in college, making him the well-deserved first pick at the time. Not only did he have outstanding statistics, but he was also a McDonald's All-American, Pac-12 Player of the Year, and Karl Malone Award winner, all while still a freshman. Despite Ayton's bright future, he almost had his career ruined by one incident. During the draft process on February 23, 2018, FBI investigators discovered through wiretapping that Ayton had accepted a $100,000 bribe before entering college. The story goes like this: Ayton was a highly talented player, sought after by many schools. To successfully recruit Ayton, his college coach at the time resorted to the simplest but illegal method, offering money. The coach promised Ayton, "If you come play for me, I'll transfer $100,000 to you immediately, and then pay you $10,000 per month for living expenses." To avoid detection, the coach also promised to transfer the money to Ayton's family account. Through intermediaries and indirect means, everything was thought to be foolproof, but it was eventually uncovered by FBI wiretaps. Fortunately, Ayton was unharmed and successfully entered the league through the draft. Ayton has also performed well in the league. Although he hasn't reached star player level, he consistently scores around 16 to 18 points per game. Crucially, in his 5 seasons, he has averaged a double-double every season. Because of this, Ayton has become the 9th player in history to average a double-double in his first 5 career seasons. Those ahead of him are legendary superstars like Chamberlain, Olajuwon, and Duncan, showing that Ayton's strength is no ordinary feat. The second pick was made by the Kings, who selected Marvin Bagley III. Bagley isn't very famous, many people haven't even heard of him, but he secured the second pick in this highly competitive draft year. He came from Duke University, a basketball powerhouse. He was a 5-star high school recruit, and won ACC Player of the Year in college. However, in the league, his scoring has never exceeded 15 points per game. He can only be considered a decent role player. The excitement comes with the third pick, where the biggest name in this draft class emerged. The Hawks selected Luka Doncic. You must be wondering, isn't Doncic with the Mavericks? How did the Hawks draft him? At the time, the Mavericks held the 5th pick, while the Hawks had the 3rd pick. About an hour before the draft, the Mavericks with the 5th pick approached the Hawks. "We have our eye on a rookie this year named Luka Doncic, but our 5th pick is too low. We might get cut off before we can select him, so can we make a deal? You help us select Luka Doncic with the 3rd pick, and after that, we'll help you select the rookie you want with the 5th pick, and finally, we'll trade the 2 rookies on the spot. Of course, we won't let you suffer. To repay you, we'll include a 10th pick in the 2019 draft as a bonus. When the Hawks heard this deal, they thought it was a good bargain, not only getting a 5th pick this year, but also a 10th pick next year, and since Doncic wasn't who we wanted anyway, it was decided, so the deal was made. With the 3rd pick, the Hawks selected Luka Doncic for the Mavericks. With the 5th pick, the Mavericks selected Trae Young for the Hawks, and the 2 rookies were traded on the spot. In fact, the Mavericks had also taken a fancy to Marvin Bagley III at the time. The detail of their negotiation with the Hawks was, they could choose either Doncic or Bagley, but unfortunately, Bagley was selected by the Kings with the 2nd pick, and finally, they could only choose Doncic. It's unimaginable what would have happened if the Mavericks had chosen Bagley and missed Doncic. Doncic is from Slovenia in Europe. From childhood to adulthood, he has always dominated his peers in basketball. With high talent, ball sense, and basketball IQ, these are all things that are difficult to develop later in life. They are innate, and talent crushes everything. After entering the league, Doncic has shown the world his super strength, because he has indeed created multiple historical records that may be difficult for anyone to break in the future. August 9, 2020, Doncic scored 36 points, 14 rebounds, and 19 assists in a game against the Bucks, surpassing Johnson to become the youngest single-season triple-double king in history. August 31, 2020, Doncic scored 42 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists in his playoff debut, becoming the player with the highest scoring debut in league playoff history. December 6, 2023, Doncic scored 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in 20 minutes of the first half, creating the first record in history of a 25-plus triple-double in a half. If you think the above records aren't impressive enough, then the following 2 records are almost unbreakable. December 28, 2022, Doncic scored a crazy historical super triple-double of 62 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists in a game against the Knicks. Scoring 62 points is difficult, and getting 21 rebounds is even harder. Getting such a super triple-double of 62 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists is almost impossible. Unexpectedly, this isn't his limit. January 27, 2024, Doncic played 44 minutes in a game against the Hawks, and scored a terrifying 73 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. 73 points is also the 4th highest score in league history, after Chamberlain's 100-point game, Kobe's 81-point game, and Chamberlain's 78-point game, and 73 points is also the highest single-game score by an active player in the league. A league historical superstar, the king of league records, and the king of triple-doubles. Doncic deserves all these titles. If you like my channel, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to it.